Evening everyone, so we are live. Live out on the bank at Windsorview Lakes, Datchet, Slough, and I am here for a 36-hour session. I'm 12 hours into my session, so I've got 24 left, and this is my view. Evening Louis, hope you're well buddy. Swing the camera around. Evening everyone, don't know if you can see that behind me. Someone's got a bonfire on the go and it absolutely reeks. Stinks mate, absolutely stinks. It's been going on for about an hour and I can't, it's just stinking out the Brolly as well. Absolutely reeks. Looks bang on. It's quite nice mate. I've seen fish over me today. I've had a good go at the zigs today, but I've not even managed to buy a bite on the zigs. I've had them at all depths, cast all around the swim, and haven't been able to buy a bite, to be quite honest with you. So the rods are now on the deck, just in line with this, 9 wraps out, and it goes down with an almighty thud. So that's the left-hander in the middle, the right-hander just under this tree. So it's about 7 foot down here. Out here, 11-12 foot. Right over here, up to about 21-22 foot. There's like a big crater in the middle down here, and it goes down really deep. So because it's 11-12 foot down there, I've opted to just fish 2 rods on a spot, fill it in with sort of 10-12 spoms, a load of liquid, load of oil, and hope that it manages to drag the fish down onto the spot really. Like I say, both rods are fishing towards this, and nine wraps out, and yeah, it goes out with a massive thump. And yeah, it's probably the best area it's obviously found, to be quite honest with you. So that's what I've gone with. Don't normally fish waters that are that deep, to be fair, so I guess zigs were the only option for the daytime whilst the sun was up in the sky. But yeah, unfortunately it didn't materialise into anything. Evening Craig, hope you're well buddy, thanks for joining. So yeah, I'm just getting stuck out at the moment, but the rods are out. I'm well happy with where they're sitting. I hope you can hear me, because this wind is just kind of swinging the camera around. It's just like coming straight down here, straight down the bank, and it's just, yeah, it's been like it all day. That's exactly what I've done, Craig. I've stuck a good 10-12 fully loaded medium spoms out, and yeah, they all went out bang on. Hopefully there's a nice bed of bait down there to get them going. If I have anything, quite happily stick a bit more out. We'll just play it by ear for now, I suppose. But there's bait down there, there's rigs down there, there's sharp hooks down there, and hopefully can nick one, fingers crossed. There are some stunning fish in here, some nice dark ones. Don't know if you can tell by the colour of the water. They've dyed it a couple of times this year actually, because they missed a boat last year, and the weed was pretty bad apparently. So they've had 2 rounds of dye on it this year, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's got that sort of bluey tinge to it, and it looks quite nice. I do like the look of the lakes that have been dyed, to be fair. As much as I love a crystal clear sort of gravel pit, I do like the lakes that are dyed. When that sun sort of hits it, makes it look quite nice, to be fair. What's that, Craig? 11 PM. Yeah, let's hope so. I would be I'd be well up for a bite sort of this side of midnight, knowing that there's still a chance obviously through the earlier hours of the morning as well, which would be decent. So yeah, I'll just swing this camera back round actually, because I'll show you something. So that's usually my Brolly. Normally I've got my Witchwood MHR Brolly, but I don't know if you can see. So the Brolly is inside, but I've got this new, well, I'll say new wrap. I've had this over wrap on it today, because I've had it in the cupboard for about 6 months. I've never actually used it, so it's a sort of front wrap for the brolly, and it basically just turns it into a tidy little bivvy, to be honest. That comes right up, zip that right up, show you. So that comes right up as a full door as such, squares it off quite nicely. But yeah, I've had it in the cupboard. I thought, well, it's going to be dry this weekend. Probably glad I brought it, because it is stopping some of that smoke getting in here within reason. But yeah, it looks quite smart with it on there. And yeah, like I say, because it's dry, I thought I'd get it out, give it a road test. And yeah, it looks sweet. The thing is, with these front sort of wraps, this brolly over wrap, it's not even an over wrap because it only wraps around sort of like the cap at the back. So you just wrap it around your cap at the back of the brolly, and that fits any 60-inch brolly on the market. So if you've got a brolly and you're just wanting something to chuck over, maybe like the you know, the weather's taking a turn for the worse, that is the one. Weighs hardly anything. The bag that it comes with packs down absolutely tiny, and yeah, it looks pretty decent, to be fair. It's probably not pegged out as tight as it could be because it's the first time I've had it on, and yeah, the banks are quite tough up there, believe it or not. But yeah, it's probably not as tight as it could be, but it'll do for tonight anyway, for a little road test. A few messages on there. Russ, evening Martin, looking lovely, best of luck, cheers buddy. I hope you managed to bag a few as well. How busy is it? So we have got let's have a look. 4 down there, me 5, 6, 7, 8, probably 9, 10, 11 at the other ends. 1, 2, 3. There was people over there, but they've disappeared, and there's a couple down in the corner as well. So it's a bit of a switch over today. It was just as busy when, well, I say just as busy when I arrived, because actually when I started I was over there in this corner, but it seems to be a lot deeper than it is what it is in front of me, so I just wasn't feeling it. I come around this side, someone was packing up obviously in this swim, one of the bailiffs, and apparently he had 2 through the night, well, early hours, so 2 AM and 4 AM, and I decided, well, it'd be silly of me not to jump in here, and I'm kind of glad I did, because I've seen numerous shows throughout the course of the day. So the fish are in this area of the water. Like I say, it's just been hard trying to pick them off. They've not been interested in the zigs, and I've tried them from anything sort of 11 foot all the way down to 6 foot today, just tweaking the depths, trying to figure out where they might be within the water columns, and yeah, not been successful with it. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment now. Like I say, I found a nice spot out there, 9 wraps, exactly 9 wraps, goes down with a thud, and I filled it in. So let's see what that produces through the night. Craig, have you used a new Witchwood pod yet? Any good? It's there in all its glory, mate. I've used it probably a handful of times now, and yeah, I can't fault it, mate, to be quite honest with you. It looks a nuts. What I do is, because obviously the longer bank sticks at the back, I have the short ones at the front, and I just pull that sort of buzz bar part, the actual rod pod bit. I push the sticks down so there's about 2 or 3 inches of the stick underneath there, and then you can get these sticks like down into the ground. So that's proper solid. That ain't going anywhere, because you know there's an inch or 2 of those sticks down in the ground underneath this bark, so that's locked up nice and tight, that is. And like I say, you've got the longer sticks at the back, and again I do the same. It's just allow an inch or so at the back just to dig it into the ground, and then yeah, that's nice and firm. That ain't going anywhere. I don't need a fish locked up or anything today on this session, because I don't need to fish locked up or anything like that, because there's absolutely 0 out there that I'm aware of that the fish can get snagged up on. So happy to let them run with it as such if I do manage to get a pick up. But yeah, it's looking nice, mate. I can't fault it. It's black. I can't stand anything stainless. and yeah, it looks decent. Can't fault it. Missed a few comments there. Wayne Keylock, nice looking venue, mate. Best of luck. Yeah, it is, mate. It's a lovely venue. At the moment, they've got a massive marquee and that over there, which they don't normally have because they've got some sort of antiques car show or something going on, I think, next weekend. So they're already here setting up this massive marquee and these you know, all these other white tented areas and stuff like that. So I'm kind of glad probably that I'm not that side, because it's been manic over there with motors and stuff like that today. So but instead I've obviously I have to put up with this bonfire for however much longer, I don't know. So you know, what I've lost over there I've gained over here. Never mind. Scott Chapel, alright buddy. Kevin, hello from the other side of the pond in the US. Good to see you back out making videos. Cheers buddy, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching the videos. Yeah, it's pretty mad, to be fair. I've gone obviously months and months and months, probably the best part of 9 months without making a video, and then there's been, I don't know, 4 out in the past 4 or 5 weeks, so can't complain. There's enough to keep you guys ticking over. Dropped a like, mate. All the best of the session. Cheers buddy, thank you very much appreciated. Thanks for tuning in. Do you reckon we're going to get a take for this live stream? Who knows? Got to be done sooner or later, hasn't it? Let's be honest. It's one of these rods has got to sing on one of the live streams at some point in time, surely. It's only going to be the numbers game. I might just have to go to a runs water just so that we can get one on camera for one of the live on the bank sessions. Carpy Chris, howdy Martin. Yep, I'm good buddy, thanks for joining in. But yeah, this is my view for the next, well, I say next 24 hours. I'll probably pull off tomorrow about 6 PM, between 6 and 7. It's an hour and a bit home. So yeah, I'm hoping possibly can nick one through the night. And it seems like if the bailiff was being truthful with me, then yeah, hopefully we might be able to nick one in the early hours in the morning. But then, you know, I'm new to the venue. I probably don't know it as well. I don't know it as much as he will know it. So I have no idea where his fish come from. But let's hope what I've managed to do and the spots that I managed to find are good enough to nick myself a fish. I'll be happy with 1. 2 is a bonus. 3, I'll be buzzing. But yeah, let's just take it for what it is at the moment. It's happening tonight. Yeah, you reckon? One of those 3? Let's hope so, eh? Is there any new bait coming from Bait Tech? At the moment, probably not. This year, more than likely no. Obviously, it's a big, you know, with the whole coronavirus and stuff like that, it's probably thrown a lot of people's plans out if they hadn't already got it all sort of in the pipeline as such. Bait Tech have gone through a bit of a merger with Donald Cook. So massive sort of bait distributor, etc. And yeah, they've gone through a merger and things have literally gone mental with sort of Bait Tech and stuff like that, like behind the scenes, like business wise. So it's kind of, there's a bit of a halt on bait, sort of like new products and stuff like that, until all that sort of businessy side of stuff gets done, if you kind of understand what I mean. You know, Hayley takes a lot of a lot of time into producing her baits and what goes into them and stuff like that. Even more so on the match side, you know, ground baits and stuff like that. The carp side, again, we really want to develop. If you're going to we want to do stuff, then we want to make sure they're the right products and stuff like that. So, you know, nothing on the horizon just yet, but it's not to say that there won't be something in the near future. But obviously we had the triple N stuff like that in the last year, and stuff like that. So, but let's turn this camera back around so I can read these comments. What's the stock levels, mate? I'm not 100% sure. I know there's at least 100 in here because they stocked a load. It's a fairly new lake, to be called. Not like a fairly new lake as in it's recently been dug. It's fairly new from an ownership point of view and the work that they've put into it and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not an actual, like, you know, lake that's been dug, filled, blah blah blah. It's more of a lake that's been taken over, and obviously, you know, the swims and stuff like that, nice big open swims, dug out and stuff like that. A lot of work with weed and all that sort of thing, and obviously the stocking and stuff like that. So I don't know masses about it. I'll just follow them on the Facebook page and thought, you know what, it's like an hour and 15 away from me, I fancy giving it a go. So yeah, get over onto Windsorview Lakes Facebook page. There's all the pictures and stuff like that, because they've got a back lake as well, which is a syndicate lake, which is a bit, obviously a lot weedier, more natural, that sort of thing, where obviously this is a day ticket lake. The back one is a syndicate lake, so I don't really know what the crack is on that one, to be fair. But Carby Chris, looks a nice place, mate. Yeah, it is actually. You can drive all the way around. All the grass and stuff like that is literally like pruned to perfection. You get a lot of aeroplane noise. Obviously it's on a flight path. There is the odd train zips back and forth over there. Don't get me wrong, I've no idea about the geography of this place and where apart from the noise of just obviously the traffic from this big event that's going on. It's been nice, and like I say, the odd plane wherever that one's gone, you know, it's nice, mate, to be fair, can't fault it. It's very nice. They've also, saying that, they've got toilets, they've got a cafe, they've got a tackle shop, so all down there it's like toilets, cafe, tackle shop. Everyone raves about the breakfasts and stuff like that. I've not actually been in there myself, but if you have a look on Facebook, sort of like the menus and stuff like that are on there, and yeah, if you do come down, then by all means feel free to take a look at the cafe. Mike's Carping Adventures, evening mate, how's things going? Yeah, all good, mate. Slow at the moment. Been on zigs all day, chopping and changing, trying to nick myself a bite, but unfortunately nothing's materialised. The rods are all out now, too, just in line with sort of like this swim. It's not even a swim, they've got some lime, chalk lime or whatever it is in the boat over there. So 2 left and middle rods are directly in line with this, only 9 wraps out. And then right hander is just tucked down here in 7 foot of water. That's 12 foot of water. Apparently, according to sort of like a topography map, like they must have obviously got someone to map it out, like a sonar and stuff. There are 2 like humps there that on the map look completely like shallower than what you know, what else like depth is around it, but I couldn't find it from this swim. I reckon I probably need to go into the next swim and try and find them if they are there, and if they are like obvious. I'd imagine on the picture they're not that big, so it depends on how easy they would be to find. I didn't really want to spend, obviously with seeing fish you know, showing, I didn't really want to go smashing it to a foam with a marker rod to try and find, you know, 2 little plateaus that probably, you know, are absolutely tiny. So I've just stuck with a uniform sort of area, depth wise, and then like I say, found the hardest spot that I could find with a bare lead in and around it, and put bait on it and filled it in. I say filled it in, 10-12 spoms, it's hardly filling it in, is it? But it's probably more bait than I'd put out any other time. But I need something to try and drag them down through those depths. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see, I suppose. Kevin, anything planned with the Carp King? Be sure you're upwind when the southwesterly comes. Yeah, I certainly know about that from previous outings with him. No, I've not actually been out of him for quite a while yet. Now that sort of coronavirus and stuff like that is out of the way, and you know, if and when Chris is back off work, I'm sure we can probably meet back up and sort out a session. 20 minutes gone already. That's gone absolutely like flown by. Anthony Broadbent, just got my rods out. Sorry for being late, mate. Don't need to apologise, buddy. You just join in whenever you can, or just watch it once it's been uploaded via YouTube, mate. Don't have to apologise, buddy. Appreciate you coming along and yeah, viewing the live session. I think there's one more comment on that. Yeah, there we go. Some decent weather on the way this weekend, so fingers crossed for you. While saying that, it's been decent weather all week, as in sort of low pressure, overcast, drizzly, yeah, mild, windy, and I've been stuck at home on the laptop working. Whereas I come out today, high pressure's moved in. It's been sort of off and on, sunny clouds. Yeah. It's kind of been the complete opposite of probably what I wanted it to be honest with you. But you can't pick and choose the conditions. You just got to try and make the best of them once you are out. So yeah, I can't really pick and choose when I can get out, but it is what it is. I managed to get a Friday off work, so just happy to make the most of it. Right, let's have a look. Tom K, late to the live. Where you at, mate? So I am at Windsorview Fisheries in Slough. An hour and 15 or so away from me, but yeah, I am here until sort of 6-7 o'clock tomorrow evening. I got here at 7 this morning, started off on this bank over here, but from having a light led around, it does seem that it's a lot deeper over in this corner than it is where I am at the moment, at least a few foot deeper, and I just weren't feeling it over there, so I've moved into this swim after a good hour and a half of just wandering around trying to decide what I wanted to do. Yeah, I come round, I see someone packing up, and apparently, yeah, they had two sort of through the night, so I'm hoping for a little bit of the same, fingers crossed. But he did say there was a lot of fish out there, and that's certainly proved to be truthful, because I've seen a good handful of shows today, sort of every hour or so. Every couple of hours, something like that. I've certainly seen fish showing, so they have been in this middle section of water. So yeah, just gonna have to wait and see what materialises of it, and just take it from there, really. But I'm happy that all three rods are fishing, and they're on nice spots. Just gonna have to wait and see what turns up and when, if at all. Craig Render, good evening. Hope you're well, buddy. Thanks for joining. Oh yeah, I was going to show you something else as well, actually. Got this in Tesco's, absolute bargain of the century. It's well dark in here with this like front wrap on it. I usually just have the Brolly open, sort of open front Brolly. But yeah, that overwrap makes it so dark in there. Look at this for a bargain. Inflatable camping pillow. 75p. Look at that bad boy. 75p Tesco's. Blow that up later, get that underneath the sleeping bag, that'd be bang on. And then just obviously deflate it, keep it inside the sleeping bag, fold the bed back up, bosh, takes up no space, doesn't weigh anything, and yeah, until obviously gets a punch up. But for 75p, I'm not complaining. I was looking for on the lookout for a pillow as well. Get one of them little fleecy numbers, but thought stuff it, 75p, I'll have one of them, see what it's like. And yeah, job's a good one, not going to complain. Sorry, I'm trying to hold it best without getting me fat fingers in the way. But yeah, that's home for the night. I think the Brolly looks quite cool with those two storm poles and that overwrap onto, well, I say overwrap, that front wrap on it. Quite like that. Might just keep that in the boot from now on, rather than in shed, just collecting dust. Any of you guys out this weekend anyway, rather than me just keep rabbiting on? Any of you guys out watching me at the moment on the bank? Where are you at? What are you doing? Come on, fishies, give me a take. Yeah, right. That's the thing, I'll probably get it out of the box, and it's probably get it out of the box and it's probably already got a puncture or something, hence why it's 75p. I know obviously no one's been allowed to go camping. Oh, where's that? Some of them have been coming in so low, so bloody loud. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if yeah, I'll try blowing that up tonight and it's, like you say, flat by the morning. That'll be going straight in the bin bag. Oh, I don't know what they keep putting on that bonfire, but my god, it absolutely stinks. I swear I'm going to get a headache from it. It absolutely reeks. 37 of you in the room. I think that's the most I've ever had on a live stream. At Linear Syndicate at the moment till Sunday first thing. Decent, buddy. Well done, mate. That's how's it fishing? Any good? Did you have to wait long for your ticket, or was you lucky enough to get your ticket and you've had it for a while? Anthony Broadbent, Clearwater at Carnforth on the border of Cumbria. Nice one, buddy. Seems like a few of you are out at the moment, which is always good. You finding that the lakes are quieter now, or are they still just as busy? To be fair, I was expecting this place to be rammed, but there's a good half a dozen swims left at least. I don't know whether that's because the guys have restricted numbers, people coming. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, there are at least half a dozen swims empty. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. A long old day. Archie, I'm out on the bank. Good luck, buddy. Wherever you are at. Let's swing this camera around. Probably going to give it another 5-10 minutes or so, guys, and then yeah, call it a day on the live stream. Don't want to drag it on, bore it on. Obviously, leave a little bit for the video once it's edited and uploaded. You can see what happens throughout the session. But yeah, that's what we're looking at. Just at Hallcott, had 3. Good work, buddy. Where are you? Down the back end? Are the fish all still stacked up down that far end, or what? What's the situation down there at the moment? Scott, what baits you on? So I've got 3 Ronnie rigs on. Down there I've got sort of like pellet, corn, chopped boilie, just basically like crummy bits and pieces down there. So on that one I've got a Ronnie rig on fake corn. Left and right I've got triple N pink special and triple N match the hatch pop-ups on both, again on both on Ronnie's. So yeah, I know that they're fishing effectively. Apparently they do like a bright bait in here, so yeah, gone with yellow on the margin, in and amongst the bits of corn and stuff like that. A pink one just because I love a pink, and a match the hatch just in case they fancy something different. So covered a few different options there. So hopefully one takes a liking to the hook bait, and I'm lucky enough to nick one. Been on the syndicate since 2013, can be so busy at times, so you just have to slot in sometimes, so you can't get a campaign running. Yeah, that's the only thing, isn't it, with obviously the likes of Linear and places like that. Even on syndicates, you're just forever playing the sort of roulette game, really. You're just dropping in wherever you can and hoping for the best over the course of your session. Yeah, I don't know, it's probably not for me for the money. Obviously I know it's a lot of decent fish, but I don't know, I like to be able to move around a bit, because even if I seen something, say over there first thing in the morning, or even tonight, say, I'd quite happily think about moving over there if it looked like there was a number of fish over there, that sort of thing. So yeah, I kind of know what you mean when you get a little bit kind of penned in and hemmed in, you can't do anything. Hi Martin, good to see you back on the bank. Looks a nice clean place. Yeah, it's lovely, mate. I can't fault it. Like I've not used any of it. I've not been down to the cafe or the toilets or anything like that yet. But yeah, like I say, it's well looked after. It's pruned. It's nice and tidy. All the grass and all the grass and stuff like that. Like I say, it's all cut nicely. You know, the swims are all looked after. There's no litter or anything like that, and it looks like the guys have done a really good job down here. So, like I say, they've dyed the lake to deal with the weed problem, which it seems like they're on top of now. So yeah, you know, I can't fault it really. Everything you kind of want from coming to a fishery without it being too sort of pristine. You know, it's still nice and rough around the edges with the trees and stuff like that. You know, nice big tall tree that's still all a bit natural rather than just all pruned and, you know, shiny gravel, that sort of thing. Archie, I'm on the beach, all the fish still stacked at this end. It's mental. The biggest so far being 27 and only been here a few hours. Well, that's it, mate. That's what I say about that place. You know, if you are on the fish, you know, you're going to catch them. That's the way it is down there. If you can get on the fish, you'll be able to catch them. But if you can't, then, you know, the chances are that you're fighting a losing battle there, really. Graham C, out on a catfish hunt tomorrow for 24 hours. Can't wait. Cool. Never been catfishing myself, but the more I think about it, the more I would like to catch one, you know, a decent one, sort of 40 plus, just to see what the fight and stuff like that, the scraps like, because I've never actually caught one. There was a few in my old syndicate that I fished, but I was never lucky or unlucky to catch one. So yeah, it would be quite cool to go on a catfish only session just to see how mental they actually are. Jeff, it does go quiet in summer, but weights are down. Obviously this year it's wall-to-wall furlough carpers. Yep, exactly. Everywhere, I think there, buddy. I don't think you're far off with just it being linear and your syndicate. I think that's everywhere, mate, to be fair. I've been really lucky with being able to get the opportunities on the lakes where I've been. You know, none of them are, you know, massive or crazy waters. They're just local waters that I managed to nick 24 hours here and 24 hours there. So, you know, it's got to make the best of a bad situation at the moment. What's your favourite venue to date, mate? Wayne, I don't really know, mate, to be fair. Like this year I intend on getting out to a lot more. Well, I say this year, that's kind of gone out the window at the moment, but yeah, intending on getting out to a lot more places for sort of like these 24-36 hour sessions and branching out and getting a lot more videos from different places, if I'm able to get on them, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's a case of being able to get on them if possible, and then putting the videos together that go with getting out. So don't really know what my favourite venue is to date, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting amongst more and hopefully fishing a bit more. Lee Brown, or your geezer, hello mate, hope you're well, buddy. They need to cut a new swim into the top along from the beach. Think that will push them away. Yeah, I think I know the area that you're on about. Sort of like the snag. It's like this. It's kind of like snaggy bit, like that whole corner. But yeah, once they get packed up in there, obviously you can only get to them from probably 1 or 2 swims, and if they're stacked in there, they're stacked in there. Don't know what the weed's like in that corner, if it's choked with weed or not, who knows. But yeah, I guess they're there for a reason, they're liking it there, and if they don't want to come out, they don't want to come out. But if you're lucky enough to be able to get in there, then your quid's in, aren't you, really? So keep at it, buddy. Oh, here we go. Middle rod, single beep, no birdies. Hello. Imagine that turns into a one-tone melter. Come on then. Oh, what I'll do is I'll give it 6 more minutes, so we'll round it off to 40 minutes on this live stream. Looks good for a bite, mate. Well, yeah, it did earlier. It looked really, even though it was cloudy and sunny, it did look good, and I did think I would manage to nick one on the zigs, but for whatever reason I just couldn't get anything going, really. Like I say, it's not through lack of trying. I did try, like I say, from 6 foot right up to 11 foot in 12 foot of water, and yeah, I couldn't buy a bite in different areas of the swim as well, and just couldn't buy a bite, really. So it's what it is. You can only try these things I'm not the best zig angler. I'm not a zig angler, to be quite honest. I say I can't stand fishing them. I have fished them in the past, but you can count them on one hand how many times I've used them. But yeah, I'm far from confident in using zigs. I probably need to go somewhere like Drayton really and kind of just hone that tactic, obviously where somewhere that's crammed full of fish and really get some confidence on them, because yeah, it's not one for my sort of my little bucket of confidence, using that tactic. You know, fishing on the deck and all that sort of stuff amongst weed and all that business, yeah, I'm all good with that. But yeah, put me in a zig angling situation and yeah, not the best. Been watching, but where are you, mate? It looks lovely. Yep, I am at Windsorview Lakes, buddy, in Slough. So it's like got all that fencing all around the perimeter, all the way around. It's got like electric, big massive electric metal gate. Yeah, nice and safe and secure. The guys that run it live on site, from what I'm aware. But yeah, it's a number of bailiffs down here, and it's all good, mate, to be fair. So, dad and lad fishing, evening, buddy. Joined just in time. Got just under 5 minutes. I'm going to knock this one on the head at 40 minutes. We had a single beep this tonight. It's a step more than we've had any other time that we've done these live streams, so you never know. The next session might just turn into a full-on melter. But that sun, look, it's just blazing down here now. It's quite nice, actually. Been in the shade most of the day, but that sun is nice. And I think, by the sounds of it, I can't hear no crackling from that bonfire either, which is decent. Although I do feel a slight headache starting to come on, so I think I might just have to neck a couple of paracetamol and yeah, neck a load of water. Hope that don't turn into anything. Shane King, cheers for that, Martin, much appreciated. No worries, buddy. We've got just under 3 minutes left, guys. Whatever you're up to this weekend, have a wicked weekend. If you're out on the bank, good luck, tight lines, hope you nick one. That's certainly what I'm hoping for, just to nick one fish, possibly two. Kerry Smith, what would you do now if you had a run now? Yeah, that's the thing. The phone would go the phone would get flung into I don't know where. And yeah, you just have to listen to me commentating. I'd try and hold it if I could. Like I say, I've got nothing really out there. There's no snags or anything like that out there. So if I don't sling it in the bushes, I'll try and hold it, and you can watch it live whilst I try and get it in. But it's like under 2 minutes now, so before I call it a day. So unless any of these are going to rattle off in the next 2 minutes, who knows? But let's hope they rattle off at some point in the next 24 hours. Would be nice. But if it does, keep up to date on my social media. I'll keep my sort of Instagram and my Facebook up to date where I can, without boring you guys to death. But yeah, if I do have anything, you guys will be the first to know about it. Just coming up to the last minute, guys. So yeah, everyone's tuned in, thanks for watching. If you're watching it back, keep an eye out for the full video of my session to see how the remaining 24 hours went. But yeah, that's the current situation at the moment. That's kind of what's happening, or what's happened through the course of today. Who knows what happens, like I say, over the next 24 hours. Shane King, met you at Woodside a couple of weeks ago, trying to get on it, but it's packed. Right, fair enough, buddy. Yeah, I spoke to a few people that day, so I'm not 100%, can't 100% know who you are from the little picture that I can see on your comment. But yeah, I've had a look at the calendar. Not that I intend on fishing it anytime soon, probably not till the winter now. But yeah, just get yourself on the calendar, mate, and try and slot yourself in where you can, really. Kerry Smith, see you later. Thanks for joining. Russ, have a good one, mate. Tight lines. Good luck to yourself as well. Hope you managed to nick one or two. But for now, I'm going to leave it there, everyone. Thanks for joining in. As I said, let's hope one of those three sing. again, thanks for joining in the live stream. It's always cool to chat to you guys, spend a half hour, 45 minutes or so having a chat and catching up with you. So fingers crossed for the remainder of the session. Peace out, everyone. Enjoy your beep, hopefully enjoy your evenings, enjoy your weekends, and I'll catch up with you guys sometime soon. Cheers, everyone.